So, good morning and welcome to our writing lesson. In yesterday's lesson, we took a look at our draft and we revised and we edited our draft paragraph about the time, something that happened when we were young. So, here's my draft that I did here. And as you can see in red, this is where I did the revising. And then in blue, that's where I did my editing. So I read through this again and I made just a few more changes. But what I'd like for us to do now is to go through and do the publishing or the final draft. So again, depending on who your next teacher will be, they may call this either publishing or final draft, but just know they are both the same thing. So we're going to begin. It's going to be a little different for me because I'm doing this on the computer, but if you typed yours up, you can do this as well. So all you're doing is just rewriting your paragraph without your mistakes. So I'm just going to take it sentence by sentence. Do you remember when you were missing your two front teeth? We don't want that A there, so we're going to get rid of that. Do you remember when you were missing your two front teeth? I'm going to keep that. So I'm going to change that font to black. And then I'm going to get rid of Snaggletooth. I was 5 years old when I had mine removed. Okay, we're getting rid of that. Delete. I was very nervous about walking to the dentist. My mom and I walked 3 blocks to get there. I remember my mother holding my hand to help keep me calm. Okay, forgot to change the font color. I'm going to change the font color there as well to black. And then I'm going to delete on my trip because I don't need that anymore. Let's keep going. We waited in the reception area for my name to be called. When my name was called, I went into the office and sat on the big chair. I saw all of the scary tools that the dentists use. Okay, let's change that. We're going to keep it. The dentist pulled out a needle to numb my eyes, to numb my mouth. My eyes grew very big. Deleting got and changing the font for grew. Once my mouth was numb, it was time to pull out my teeth. The doctor pulled and pulled until finally both teeth came out. So I'm going to get rid of that finally because it was spelled wrong. And I'm going to change the font color here. All right. It didn't even hurt. I was relieved. I left the office with a mouth full of cotton. Even though I was scared in the beginning, I left feeling like a big girl because I was brave. And that is the end of my paragraph. Okay, so as you can see, everything is in one color. All of the strikeouts are gone. And boys and girls, as you notice, even though I was doing my publishing or final draft, there were still some things that I needed to change. I still found errors. So that is what I was saying at the beginning. In writing, it is a process. You're not going to continue to, you're not going to get it right the very first time. Good writers go through the process, adding and deleting. Now, boys and girls, I bet if I picked up this paragraph next week, I would still find some things that I wanted to change and tweak in order to get my ideas clearly stated in written form. So now it is your turn. Go ahead and publish the paragraph that you've been working on. Take your time. Even if you're not ready for publishing today and you'd like to wait a little bit longer, you may do that. Pick it up, read it over, and do your final draft. All right? So that is our lesson for today on publishing. Remember, this is the draft that you are ready to share with your audience. Take care.